Hi everyone, it's me again, Warith, and again with the crappy microphone. Anyway, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a simple room. Now we need to import an AutoCAD drawing, so go to the top right corner button here, click on it, click on import, and find the file. So once you get to this window, the first thing you need to make sure is click on this files of type and select AutoCAD drawing. Now please do not confuse yourself with Legacy AutoCAD because there's difference between these two. Always choose AutoCAD drawing. Okay, once you've done that, you can click on the file that you want to use and click open. Okay, now this window will pop up, and the first thing you need to make sure is the incoming file unit is in millimeters. If it's not, you can just rescale it and change it to millimeters. So you can forget about this portion of options and go to include here. And if you have an external references in your AutoCAD drawing, you must tick this. If not, you can just forget about this and click OK. Now we have our AutoCAD drawing uh, here, and let's get rid of this grids by pressing G. So okay, you must make sure that the AutoCAD drawing is in the middle or the center of the space, I call it. So select the whole lines and go to move and enter 0 in all axes. 0, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter. Oh, there seems to be some problem here. The lines seems to be attaching themselves. So it's okay. Let's undo this. And okay, the way to solve this is by grouping this whole line. So select the whole line, go to group, click group, and rename this. You can put any name you want. Okay, click OK. So now this whole thing here is one single entity. So again, always make sure that the whole drawing is in the center of the 3ds Max space. Uh, click, press 0 here, 0 here, and 0. So as you can see, there's a crosshair here that indicates the center point of AutoCAD space, I mean 3ds Max space, and that's what we want to achieve. So now basically we can start modeling on our models. Actually there's one more thing to touch on. We need to create a new layer for us to work on the 3D object. So you need to click on this icon here, manage layers, click on it. So this window will pop out. It works the same as AutoCAD layer manager. So let's see, if I want to hide the doors and windows, just click on it. See, the doors and windows are hidden. If I want to hide the wall, click on it and the wall will be hidden. It works exactly the same as 3D as AutoCAD layer manager. So the most important thing here is to create a new layer for us to work our 3D in. So for you to create a new layer, you have to click on this icon and let's rename it to 3D. Enter. So this tick here indicates that this layer is active. So we must make sure that the 3D layer is always active. So we can close this down now. And we're going to create our walls with the 3ds Max template, which is the most simplest way, most straightforward way. So go to create panel, geometry as usual, and click on standard parameters rollout. Now go to AEC extended and click wall. So by default, the width and height of the wall is 5 by 96. We need to change that to standard, which is 150 millimeters width and 3000 millimeters height. 3000, enter. So in order for you to create a wall, you must first activate your snaps. Okay, you need to go to this button right here which says snaps toggle. But before we work on our snaps, we need to adjust the settings. So right click on this icon here, remember, right click on it, so the settings will pop out. By default it will be on grid points. We're not going to use grid points. As a matter of fact, we've already turned it off. So we're just going to untick grid points and choose vertex. So vertex means endpoint in AutoCAD, in 3D Max I mean. So if you want to choose other options, feel free. But for this tutorial, we're just going to use vertex. So we're done with this one. Close it down and make sure we are using it. We activate the snaps. So okay, we can start creating our wall. You see now there's a crosshair on every endpoint. So that means our snap is activated. To create a wall is easy. Just click on every corner. Oh, I made a mistake. So you can't see the other end. So I'm gonna delete this and create again. We're gonna start from here. Okay, click here to the end and that end, and go back to the starting point. So it will ask you whether you want to weld a point. Just click yes, and then it seems that we are still on the creation mode. We can just right click to get it done. Oh, I think I've made a mistake here. I've actually selected the wrong endpoint. So let's delete it again. It's easy to create it, no worries. Just do it again. Okay, done. Yes, and right click. So we have created our four walls, and as you can see from the plan view or top view, that the walls is actually created in the middle of the lines that we trace. So in order for us to adjust that, we just need to go here in the justification option and just tweak around, play with left, no, not this one, and right. So that's the one. This is the right option. So yeah, we're done creating the walls. Let's now create the doors and windows. Right click to get it done. Now to create a door or window, you need to go to the create panel and click on the rollout, select door. So for this tutorial we're going to use pivot. Click on pivot and zoom in into the plan view and activate your snaps. Okay, the way to create a door is by click one point and drag it. Now depth and drag it up, just like how you create a box. So as you see in our perspective view, there's the door. So we don't need to adjust the depth and width of the door because it's already determined in the AutoCAD drawing. We just need to adjust on the height. So by standard it is 2100 millimeters. Press enter. Yeah. So apart from that, you can also adjust other parameters such as uh, the thickness or the width of the frame. See, maybe if you put in, let's say, 100 millimeters, enter. Now you can see that the door has widened, and maybe depth 50 millimeters. Okay, and the leaf 30 millimeters, and so on. You can just tweak around. So if you want to change the color, you just need to, oh, before that, right click to finish up your door modeling. So now if you want to change the color of the door, select door, and you can change the color here. So let's make it brown, and as for the wall, let's turn it to white. This makes a lot more sense. So now let's create the window. As usual, go to create panel, click on the rollout and select windows. And okay, let's make an awning window. Select an awning. The same as how you create a door. Activate your snaps and click, drag, depth, click, and pull it up, click again. So now you see it automatically cuts the wall. So now you can adjust the perimeter here, just like the door. Let's say if you want to put the height as 1002, enter, and maybe the frame width 50 millimeters, enter, 50 millimeters, enter, and I don't know, maybe 50. So you can tweak around as you like. And yeah, let's move this window to the correct position. So click on move, and we want to move the window on the Z-axis. Always remember to turn off your snaps after you utilize it. Turn off the snaps so it won't get in the way. So now if you want to move the door according to the Z-axis, remember you can just click on the Z arrow and pull it up. It will automatically update the whole of the wall. Or if you want to move it according to a certain number, remember in the previous tutorial you need to click on this button right here where everything becomes 0 and key in the number. Let's say 1000, enter. Now you get it. So let's forget about these lines here. So far I don't know how to fix this up yet. That's okay. So if you want to adjust the window parameters, you can always go to modify panel, and yes, you can just adjust it at any point at all. So we can also open the window if you want to. Just click on this one and open it. The same as the door. Click, and there's going to be an option, open option here. This one, yeah, you can open it and close the door. So okay, let's now create the ceiling. Oh no, let's create the floor first. So okay, the best way to do it is by selecting all the elements on top of the ground and hide it. Right click. Oh, something wrong with my computer. Okay. Alright, right click and select hide selection. So what it does is it hides all the elements that you've selected, and now we can actually focus on the floor creation. So usually for floor we're going to use box. So click on create panel, go to standard primitives, click box, turn on your snaps. Okay, choose one corner, click and drag onto the other end and pull it up. So usually a floor is underneath the ground, so what I do is I put in negative 150 to imitate the thickness of the slab, concrete slab, and we're done. Right click. So now maybe we can change the color as well, change it to white, and unhide. Right click, unhide all. So now you have your walls again, and you can see we have a floor inside. And in order to create a ceiling, it's simple. Just go to box again, make sure that you turn on your snaps, click one corner, drag, and click on the other side, pull it up. Alright, there's something wrong here, but it's okay. It's just that I've snapped the height to the end of the wall at the bottom. So what we need to do is just we need to key in 150 and we're done. So we can change this to white as well. Click OK, right click, and we're done. So we have a simple room. It's as easy as that.